It's Iain from RTO here. Welcome to Retro Ranking, and it's the show where we concentrate more on songs than albums, and you can get absolutely anything in this, from TV themes to pop to jazz to punk, anything. But today we're going to sort of have a band that sort of evolved through the years and reinvented themselves. And they're pretty good. And we're talking about the Bee Gees. Now, believe it or not, these were formed in 1958 by the brothers Barry, Robin, Morris, Gibb. But they became really successful in the late 60s and early 70s. They've been referred to in the media as the Disco Kings. Britain's first family of harmony and the king of dance music. They were born on the Isle of Man, but they ended up moving to Australia. Loads and loads of hits and successful albums. We may do something on the Bee Gees at some stage, but they were strong up until the beginning of the new century, but sadly Morris died suddenly in 2003 at 53. He was having an operation that he didn't recover from. Barry and Robin retired the group's name, but then in 2009 they got it all together and had another sort of reformed and performed again. But sadly Robin died in 2012. Age 62, after a prolonged period of failing health. Leaving poor old Barry on his own, it must be hard for him. I don't think he does anything now, but they have left us a legacy of music that stretches from the 60s right up till really the late 80s, when they were just big. So I'll pick my top 10 songs and a few honourable mentions, of course. So, coming in at number 10. Now, this goes back to 1967. It was a single, got to number 12 here in the UK, number 14 in the USA, and it's the New York mining disaster, 1941. I just love this song. It's so pastiche. You can see where that first Genesis album got their ideas from, because so much, when you listen to this you go, oh, this is where Genesis got their ideas from. It's wonderful, some lovely harmonies. These three brothers could sing, and it's just one of them great early tracks by the Bee Gees. Okay, then coming in at number 9, and I know there's one person who'll be happy I got this in. That's Richard. And it's from 1967, and it's from Bee Gees first, and it's the wonderful Turn of the Century. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to say too much of this, because Richard, whenever he puts this in his top 10 of something we do, he speaks so highly of it, and it's got some lovely harpsichord, it's got great vocals again, a very pastiche song. It's one of them deep cut tracks that you just love. Okay, coming at number 8. This is from 1968 in an album called Spicks and Specks, and it's the title song, Spicks and Specks. What a song. I know it more because Status Quo did this. And when I saw who it was written by, I went and listened to it, and I thought, God, this is so good. It's a great song. I mean, Bee Gees' version's good, Quo's version's good, but it's just a quality song written by quality people. Number 7, we go to 1987. It's a number 1 single, both here in the UK and the USA, and it was a triumphant return for them. And it's You Win Again. With all that nonsense coming out in 1987, this was brilliant, very catchy. Just capturing the sound of the time. Robin sounds great on here. He's got such a great voice. Brilliant song. Okay, number 6. We got a 1978 for this. Now, it only got to number 16 in the charts, but its spirits having flown. Everyone forgets this song, but I think it's got some of the nicest harmonies you ever between Robin, Barry and Morris. Such a great tune. Okay, coming at number 5. We go to the height of disco, 1977. And this is off the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, that great film from John Travolta. And it's Jive Talking, one of the songs. Now, this was never ever released as a single in the UK, but it's so groovy and funky. I do like this track, and they really were the best sort of British disco band. They took the disco thing and just made it huge here in the UK with these sort of songs. Okay, number 4, staying with Saturday Night Fever, and a single off the album, number 1 both sides of the Atlantic, and it's the brilliant Night Fever, one of the classics. Such falsetto voices from Barry, absolutely great track. One of my favourite tracks from the Bee Gees, of course. Okay, number 3. Go to 1979 now. Another number 1 for them, both sides of the Atlantic. Another great track, Tragedy. Great song. Barry's on fire. How he hits them high notes. So anyone else would have to have a monkey wrench to the nethers to hit that. Absolutely classic track. But everyone seems to remember this now by the Steps version and that stupid frigging dance. But this is the best version. Always will be the best version. Okay, number 2. We go back to 1967. Number 2 in the UK, number 1 in the USA. It's the brilliant Massachusetts. One of Robin's finest. My favourite track from the 60s by Bee Gees. I just love this song. Just came out at the right time. I mean, a lot of people reckon this, it sounds very American for a British, sort of British Australian feel to it, but it's absolutely killer track. I love it to bits. But my number 1 track, and my favourite track by the Bee Gees, this is from 1979. Number 1 in the US, only got to number 4 here, but it's the brilliant Staying Alive. I absolutely love this. It's the first song on the movie as well, when John Travolta was walking down the street with all things than a pot of paint. But I think this is a great disco song. Again, it's Barry hitting them high notes that make it. It's absolutely killer track, and that's why it's my favourite Bee Gees track. I just love the song. I love the guitars. I love everything about it. It's just a great song, and I remember this so much from when it came out. Okay, I have got some honourable mentions, of course, always will. My first one is from 1968. Wasn't released as a single over here, but it got to number 6 in the USA, and it's called I Started a Joke. Very forgotten about track. It's a lovely vocal again, very pastiche. It's one of them lovely songs from them early days of the Bee Gees. Okay, my next one is from 1979. Got to number 3 in the UK, number 14 in the USA. And it's How Deep Is Your Love. I like the song, but it just didn't get into my top 10. Another great song though. It's one of the great love songs from Saturday Night Fever. But I think it's because it's when you think people say, oh, it's my favourite because it was a big hit. You know, it's a nice song, but I prefer the other ones. But I still think it deserves mention. And my last one today, this is from 1970. Got to number 3 in the USA, 33 here in the UK, and it's a really great tune. I'm surprised it never got any higher. And it's Lonely Days. It's just one of my favourite tracks by the band. As you see in here, it's made my honourable mentions, but I think it's great. It's just a bit different. Got some horns on this. I think it's just different, and it's a really good song. So there we go, some great Bee Gees songs. And today I'm going to put them all in, I think. Not just the top 10, because they're all good songs. So you're going to have 13 in the playlist today. I can't leave any out. That's all for today. Tomorrow, though, is a marathon, and we got a viewer's request. And it's one that I've got to be careful of what I'm saying about it, because I've had some coaching from this, and we're doing Clanad tomorrow, and there's lots of Gaelic words. But Dave, being an Irish chap, has given me a list on how to pronounce things, and ones that even he's struggled with. We've just gone and looked at the English version, so I'm going to take it really cool tomorrow, because I do not want to upset any of my Irish friends. So that's for tomorrow, a bit of Clanad. So have a good day. Looks like it's going to be a nice day here. Rocky's exhausted after yesterday. Had some extra treats yesterday. But he's doing good, and thank you very much for watching his video, and we all appreciate it. So have a great day, everyone, and bye for now.